Blastoise!
What is up, fellow packbusters, HydroPumpers, and everybody just coming here for the first time that hopefully becomes one of the community. But I just wanted to put out another Monday morning update video for HydroPump business and kind of the state of Pokemon leading in from the end of last week into the beginning of this week. It is 9:55 in the morning here in North Carolina, and I am hoping that this video gets interrupted at one point by the call from the distributor about the updates to shipping. I am leaving today, so I'm trying to put this out for all of you. But a couple of things came up over the weekend regarding like why things haven't gotten to us yet. So late last week, was it Monday? Paid for everything for last week. It was the largest purchase we've ever had. If you saw the Instagram pictures and the pictures that we posted on the Discord, we received 2 pallets worth of stuff, and we were actually shorted slightly. Last minute, it was found that the Blastoise and Venusaur VMAX boxes were not did not make it to the distributor, at least the quantities that they wanted. So there's a whole shipment that just hasn't gotten there yet. And that also goes along with, the single sleeve blisters got moved for smaller retailers to wave 2, which kind of sucks because I know everybody is looking forward to those blisters. So with that, like, we understand that, people are a little bit antsy. They want their product, but if you bought it, you're going to get it. And it's just unfortunate. I wish that there was more that I could say. It's not just like, oh, well, wait kind of a thing. It's I truly am sorry. I already called, our rep this morning and talked with him and trying to figure it out. He was super busy last week, so I wasn't going to, try and ask too many questions because I actually like the guy and he does a lot of hard work for us. And so I'm not just going to bother him in the middle of a crazy shipping week between, a really great Magic set coming out last week in Time Spiral Remastered, and then having all the Pokemon stuff to ship, because they did ship a ton of Battle Styles last week. So Battle Styles is doing the waves, 3 waves in total. We're waiting on dates for when Wave 2 will ship, and then after Wave 2 ships, we will be orders complete for everything on the website. This past weekend, we did fulfill all but like the last 4 Shining Fates ones, and the only reason Shining Fates hasn't been completed is we're waiting on some folks to get us emails back, because that's going to lead into the next piece. But before I get into that, Shining Fates did come out a lot quicker than we thought it was going to. There were rumors that we weren't going to have all of the product until like June would be the final waves, but we have received everything. It's just a matter of some quality control issues that we're having issues with at the moment, and thus we're waiting for people to email us back to see what they want to do, and that's why we haven't shipped out the final, I think, 3 orders that we have outstanding, minus I think 2 people are still waiting on premiums, but they had wrapped those into some Battle Styles purchases. But quality control with Pokemon products, right? I'm not talking about cardstock. I'm not talking about the cuts that have been really bad on Shining Fates, and some issues that I've seen with Battle Styles cards with like it not being stamped all the way. I'm talking about like packaging, right? We've had a lot of issues with stuff getting to us and it not being cherry, but in lots of emails with people asking us, why stuff didn't show up that way. So I will start by, I got it right here. This is my biggest headache at the moment, right? So Adam and I, Golden War Turtle and I, are somewhat sealed collectors, right? I keep some booster boxes. I have my little wall of sealed ETBs over here, and there's other things that we keep sealed just because we think it's fine, but both of us just love to open stuff, and our kids love to open stuff, and we try and put out content as best we can when we have product for ourselves to open. So we get that people like to keep things mint and cherry for sealed collections, but distributors and Pokemon don't always see that way, because they don't necessarily sell it to us for sealed collections. So things like this, you can see right here, there is no cuts to this. This is the Pikachu V boxes. You can see I have not tampered with this at all. This is the last sealed case that I have, and I kept it for just this reason. We're going to open this up, and now watch, this is going to be the only one that was fine. So we got 10 of these last week to help. This is the last of them that we got. So this is wave 2 of the Pikachu boxes. As you can see, actually, I told you this one was going to be fine. Let me see. So the glue is failing on almost every single one of these boxes. You can see it right here. Like, it's just like, you don't even have to touch it and it comes off. And then so all 60 of these boxes came that way. So if you're a sealed collector, do you want these? Not necessarily. The other thing, I don't have one, and I do, but I'm not going to open it. But booster boxes have been shipped this way too. So even in the case, they're not coming cherry. They're coming. Let's see if I can find. I mean, so here's some Darkness Ablaze ones, right? Fresh out the case, just opened it. I took 2 booster boxes out of it to do the shipping, right? But if you can see here at the top, like, even the tops are perforated. And to a sealed collector, that's not okay. So you can see that I took this out of a sealed case, and I'm not going to open the other sealed case that's over here. But, like, even with Vivid Voltage, prime example, Vivid Voltage, like, the shrink wrap wasn't even good. It was like half fallen off. And so we've gotten a lot of emails about the way that we ship and things not being cherry for sealed collections. And a lot of the reason is the stuff that we're getting doesn't show up that way. If you get booster boxes in a sealed case, they generally get sent to you in a sealed case. There's sometimes where, because you order so much and it shows up in these boxes, if it doesn't show up on pallets, and it's packed by the distributors in such a way that they can maximize space, so they send the least amount of boxes. A, it costs them less money to ship it. B, it costs you less money, because if you're working out of a residence like we are, we have to pay $4 extra per box because it's a residential fee. And so the least amount of boxes. And so they try and maximize the space. And so those boxes may be put into another box and not coming in, a sealed case. Or there's times where we're only limited to 2 booster boxes of something per week, and thus it's obviously not going to show up in a sealed case. But this hurts that sealed collector that wants everything super minty. But stuff doesn't always come to us super minty. The Shining Fates ETBs, the cellophane wrapper on them is probably the worst I've ever seen. There's been time, like, just pulling them out of, they come in a case of 10, just pulling them out of their 5x2 rows is cracking cellophane on the wrappers. And I've done everything that we can to quality control it and send that stuff out, but it gets to the point of where you just run out of product to send. I think about 10 or 12 of the ones that are behind me have some kind of crack in the cellophane. There's just nothing I can do about it. So I know that I've reached out to some of you that, especially on Hidden Fates, because Hidden Fates had that issue as well. Like, it just, like, they almost over tightened it and it started to expand, especially on the bottoms. But, like, it's not always on us. I guess sometimes it might be, but at the same time, when stuff ships, we can wrap stuff up the best way that we can. But if it's just tossed around all willy-nilly, then, that hurts as well. So those of you that are seal collectors, if you're purchasing from us or you're purchasing from somebody else, let that person know that you're a seal collector, because we're going to do all we can, especially, companies like us, and, I'm not going to name any others, but, like, we charge very little for shipping. And to keep the shipping costs down, we're not going to use $25 worth of packing material to, wrap stuff up super tight, or go get, like, a Tupperware to make sure that your stuff is done. So, if you are a seal collector and you want things cherry, A, I think you need to be a little bit more patient. And B, like, you need to state that that's what your expectation is. Most people buy the product to open it, and we can't be psychic about, who wants stuff sealed and who doesn't. And I know I'm not the only one. I have talked to other retailers, and they're having the exact same issues. If it's for people that want sealed collections, or it's people that are buying boxes from companies that have them at lower prices like we do to resell them, and if the things aren't like, oh, like crazy new, then it, they can't do it. Um, things like the Shifu boxes that came out this week, like half of them had tears like somewhere on the box, like straight out of the cases. And like there's a Pokemon quality control issue. I don't know if the cardboard was flimsier than normal. I know that the sizing was way different than it normally is, which threw me off. Like it's off by like a quarter inch from what the rest of the boxes are, and there's nothing different about it from half of the other collections that came out. So um, let your retailers know, especially, I mean, only if you're buying online, because you can obviously, have it, it's tangible when you go into a store, but let them know and work out with them what your, needs are for shipping. If it's, pay a little bit extra for shipping to go out and buy a Tupperware to put the box in. Um, if it's, hey, like, can you send this like overnight as opposed to having it sent, UPS ground or something like that, because all of us retailers are out there to try and, shipping's what kills us. We shipped out 265 boxes this week, and it cost us over $2,000 in shipping to ship everything out this week. So like the shipping kills you. Um, but we want to keep costs down because the whole point is to try and get you all product as close to retail as we possibly can. So, I mean, just let people know. Like, there's nothing wrong with sealed collecting. I have nothing wrong with it. I think there's a common misconception at times that like retailers are like, oh, I can't deal with this sealed collector stuff. Like, I get it. Like, there's definitely stuff that I have over here that I would love to open, but it's just kind of cool to look at it sit there as, a museum piece. But we can't help you unless you help us, unless you notify us. There's every once in a while we'll get, a message on a purchase that says, hey, I'm a sealed collector, can I try and get the mintiest fresh box that you have, and ship it this way, and I'll reach out to those people and we'll work it out and make it the best way possible. So just keep that in mind, especially on major release weekends when people have all sorts of stuff going on. But you take a look at the stuff that's out there too. There's definitely a quality control issue with packaging from Pokemon, and I think we're going to continue to see it because I think a lot of this stuff just gets rushed out. So, but off of the quality control issue, I mean, it's slow couple weeks. I think it's just going to be whenever stuff shows up is going to show up, and then stuff's going to get out to you. I know that we still have wave 2 of booster boxes and ETBs to get out. We have VMAX boxes and we have single sleeve blisters. Now we do have a ton more product coming in, but we're not going to throw it up on the website until we are through all of the orders. The only orders that will be outstanding, at least for right now, until I get this phone call or text message, is going to be the Vivid Voltage stuff that we're waiting on word, but we keep getting told that it's coming. It's just a matter of when, not if. And so those of you that have like those orders out or are waiting to see if we get extras, just hold tight. I know I say it every single week, but that's really all I can do. And hopefully we'll have word on having extra Shining Fates product. We'll probably make those notifications on Discord, not here. But yeah, it seems like we're having a lot more rollout. I mean, our allocations for battle styles were outside of booster boxes were 100% for everything, which was insane. And I think the only other new piece of news is we're not getting battle styles building battle kits because supposedly they're not making them they're to retail stores only that were running pre-releases. So they ran those super limited this time. Hopefully there is a, hey, like we actually have them now type of a thing. But yeah, we're not going to have them. If you can find them elsewhere, go get them, because we just don't know how many of them are going to be out there. But going to keep this one to that 15-minute minimum. But thanks all for watching. Again, let us know if you have special shipping requirements, etc., and we'll help you out. And if it's not with us and it's with somebody else, I'm pretty sure that any other retailer would greatly appreciate the heads up, instead of just getting emails all the time about, hey, like my stuff, like there was this little tear or this kind of thing, because we do try. But until next time, everybody, happy pack busting. Leave stuff on the shelves for the kids.